And welcome back into it. We had a bit of a quick break here. We didn't have too much time to discuss things. We were stuffing our faces, I suppose.
Food.
Yeah, there you go. No time for eating here, it seems like, because there's plenty of matches ahead. Still 4 matches left, of course. Welcome back into GLL. If you're just tuning in here, this is the show before the grand final. So tonight we find out who are going to be the finalists that actually get to play in the next week's. Not actually next week. It's going to be 10th, 11th?
Yeah, 2 weeks roughly.
2 weeks from now. There you go. So plenty of time to dwell on the results. But tonight we're going to be finding out what those results are going to be. 8 of the top 14 teams are actually playing tonight. So they kind of have their spot ensured, but not really, because teams are coming up from behind.
Mm-hmm.
As we were saying at the start of the game there, one of the teams being Kingwin, that would like to make sure that they get a bit of a spot in the finals, which they currently don't. So let's have a look at the standings for the first match and see how that one went down. 315 points for Team Gambino, coming in with 15 kills. Insane.
Very insane. Penta Esport doing really well, but not quite getting as many kills, but still a lot. 10 hitting that breaking point as well, but not getting any more additional kills over that. FlyQuest with the 3rd place. Still great performance, almost no kills though. Playing a bit more of a passive playstyle to secure those placement points instead.
They came in from the prison side, from the north side of the circle, and they just kind of trailed behind at the edge there, waiting for everybody to dink down, and around them there was all chaos, but they actually didn't go in for aggressiveness, and it paid out for them. 3rd place.
Yeah, Team Liquid actually ending up 6th here, even after losing one player immediately in the start by getting run over by someone.
So that's not bad.
So I do believe that Havo Gaming also lost one of the players to get
They did.
run over by some guy. I'm not sure. I don't remember who, but
On the south side there, as they were going to the ferry pier. Yeah, that is correct. So there you go. It goes to prove that as soon as you lose one member, you can try to revert to a different kind of strategy. Not as aggressive as you'd normally be, perhaps not playing center strat all the time. If you can't, if you're not in the middle of the circle, then you kind of give up on the center strat, because you don't have the full 4-man power to push through. But it still works out for teams like Liquid and Havo Gaming, who know how to play with 3 members left alive. It's an important thing to revert your strategy and to adjust towards the firepower that you have when one of the players is down, when 2 of the players are down, and how things evolve for these teams. It's lovely to see that it actually works for some of these teams, that they kind of have it down, that they know what they're supposed to be doing. So there you go.
Yeah, I mean, if you're down one player and you go for the center strat, it's very important that you shoot very, very early to let them know that this compound is occupied, and just trying to force them away. But if you are 4, you can actually bait them into the compound and then trying to get a kill on the whole squad instead and get those points. But it is riskier when you're 3, so a lot of teams probably prefer to just keep other teams away from yourself, not to take any fights.
That bait is exactly what Liquid did with FaZe, right? And it was beautiful. That one's for the record there. FaZe don't really go down like that. They don't really get suckered into a fight like that one, but Liquid really knew what to do in that situation there, and I'm pretty sure they were surprised themselves when they saw who they murdered in half a second. And it was a beautiful execution as well. Liquid really seem to have trained a lot lately here. It really seems that they have their communications down to a tat, because in times like that, when you're so close to actual war, when you're so close to high adrenaline, you need to keep clean comms, and you need to shortly and quickly announce to your teammates what's going on so that they know what to do, right?
You can't panic too much or it will end up bad.
Yeah, that's a good point. So there you go. Clean comms, keeping your cool, and everybody knowing what they're supposed to be doing is a very important factor at that as well. Where's our lower third? It's gone. What?
Or what?
Our lower third. Let me see if I can raise it up from here. No, I can't. Our lower third. It had our names there. It was my pride moment that it's gonna be like, hi mom, that's me.
I'm sure it will pop up eventually.
Yeah, at some point. Right. We had a look at the first teams. Of course, we talked about Penta a little bit there. Team Quick Math. Let's have a talk about that one as well, as we do see actually the start of the game here. There you go.
Went a lot faster.
Yeah, it did. Well, I'm actually quite happy that happens here. All of the players that are actually connecting on the server here tonight, they know to go into the game at a certain time. They don't delay that. There's no late starts, because if they're not in, then they're not going to be starting the game. Team ready. Are they actually ready this time? You got to watch out for 6mo, Beautiful Death, and Maniac Mech.
Yeah, and we see Havo Gaming going for a Primorsk or looting here. They actually switching things up,
Yeah,
which I
because
like.
of AAA.
Yeah, because of AAA, always going for that Milta.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't want to really challenge such a strong team. Even though AA didn't quite finish in a good placement last game, I believe they got a bit unlucky there with some engagements. But this game, they're looking to do better. I
Do
hope.
it better, yeah. They're dropping down for vehicles there. It does look like they're going to be close to some members of FaZe who are actually going to be looking for cars as well. In the meantime, their standard kind of drops for Penta going straight back to their Georgia Bowl. They kind of gave up on going around the farm area there. They were going around the farm area for IEM and the weeks before that as well. This time, though, Kingwin and Envious are going to be joining them as well. So Penta, where have they gone? Oh, they're still in there.
Yeah,
They're going to have
Georgia
to split up.
Pool, Southern Georgia Pool, trying to get those really efficient buildings in terms of loot, which is the 6 compound and the ones on the north side of the apartments. But Kingwin actually taking the 6 compound here, getting that really, really efficient looting. And I do believe one member of Kingwin is landed on the roof or very near it. They're actually two. Yeah, they're in the same apartment right now. And Kingwin and Visa just holding right now until his teammates can back him up.
And this is actually not good for Kingwin because they're dying to get better placement right now. Kingwin could make it into the finals as their, I think, 20th or 18th, number 18th or something like that. But they could get into the final, but they really need to get into the top 5 of pretty much all the matches. And they didn't have a good start for the first match.
No, but they do have the circle at least. So there's no rush in getting out of there. So they can just sit and hold tight and hope for Penta to leave them alone, which they might or might not do depending on how they feel like they want to rotate right now.
Now the thing with Penta right now is that they want to make sure that also Kingwin wouldn't go for the attack. So that's what they're kind of taking this one slow. First circle does show win though, so it doesn't look like they're going to be forced in out of their positions here. They can actually leave this fight. Team Blank as well on the north of Georgia Bowl might join into that fight a bit later on there.
And we see right now that Penta is actually stacking up in the same apartment building, trying to push this lonely Kingwin member, Ibiza. And they're probably going to get him if it continues like this because he has no helmet, he has no body armor, he has a shotgun which can do wonders in these close quarter combats. But right now they're pushing in and he's going to get the first knock probably. He misses the shot and he gets the second one.
Oh, and the second one comes... No, it doesn't actually. It's going to be Ibiza that gets killed by James. Very, very close to getting more than that. But Kingwin now to respond. They've taken a bit of a damage there. Lore and Galaxy have actually taken plenty of it. Ultra was trying to help him out. Ultra now is going to be going for the heal. So he's still alive. So he's still into this one. Frost as well is going to be picked up. So Penta have a very good spot right now to try and force Kingwin out of their spot. Kingwin, at this moment in time, they should have some decent loot because they've done the front double sixes. But they can't really afford to continue this fight because they've already lost one member.
Yeah, that's the thing with the pump shotgun as well, that it beats show that if you miss the first shot, you're in big trouble. It's not like a double barrel where you have a safety shot afterwards. You're in big trouble and you actually have to hit most of your shots in a row with the pump shotgun if you want to. But winning that 1v3 was almost impossible to begin. Even if you knocked out the second guy, he would most likely die to the third one and then they would get the rest anyway.
True, true. And there's also the... Yeah, that slow rate of fire from the pump action isn't that good. It's a bit better, though, when you're up against squads because of the number of bullets that you can fire before reloading as opposed to the double-barreled. But still, it's not an ideal weapon. Unless you kind of put them through a choke point there, it beats to kind of let them go through the door. Instead of actually blocking them and killing them at the door, they're peeking it a bit more aggressive. So that ended up in him getting knocked out. But Kingwin still have 3 members left alive. We'll have to see how that one pans out. Somewhere else on the map here, though, in Pachinki, G-Thang from No Look Gaming is going to be facing, let's see who's going to be facing Pentalol from, no, actually, no, wait, who is that? Pentalol. Oh, that's the same.
Oh, do you even lift, bro?
The
oh, yeah,
same fight.
Right. They're having the same kind of fight in the same, almost like an identical place here, actually. If you remember from the previous game. Right now, they're a bit more stacked together, though, and G-Thang trying to pick up loot tools here. Not quite getting the kill. A grenade would be amazing right about now for them. It's not always the case in the early looting phases.
Johnson with a good spot to try and push into his enemies here. G-Thang's got to try and make a move himself. Teflon TV does look like he will be holding off the fight for now, as his teammates do get a res onto blue, and he will get some heals into him as well. He does look like he has a first aid kit.
Yeah, I'm wondering. Is this a 4v3?
Yeah, it's a 4v4, I think.
Oh, there he is.
There's 3 butts.
Way back here, 3 butts. Okay.
His butt wasn't big enough for us to see him. What?
Yeah. So they're all stuck in the same compound right now, and he gets beautiful shot there, headshot, knocking out Teflon TV.
And this is the time
Through
when they
bars.
can make a move. Yeah.
That was impressive.
That's a difficult compound to find some kills in, but Jensen is now out in the open. Takes a heck of a lot of damage there. He's going to be going for the first aid kit, and that gives a bit of a breather for Diu and Liftbreath. But G-Tang's actually on the other side of the prone attack. 3 butts is going to be helping him from behind there. Outsider is still holding on to his position here. He does look like he's going to be going down to that building, so that gives a bit of a breather again for Diu and Liftbreath. But the repositioning will come in here. On Diu and Liftbreath, they're pinched in. It doesn't look like their enemies are going to give up this fight.
Yeah, they're making kind of the same mistake as last time, where they gather up in these, I don't know what you want to call these buildings, but they have bars and only a couple of exit points. You can't really jump out of the windows or anything. Pentalol gets taken out there by Outsider. And now that they are only 3 versus 4, they're deciding to push in all of them at the same time here. Trying to get another pick off there. G-Tang not quite getting picked off, but almost.
Still alive, though. He will be helping his team as soon as he gets back up. But this is the moment for Outsider to push in here. And I'm not too sure how he hasn't spotted. Oh, they're on the balcony.
Yeah.
That's how he hasn't spotted them. But he's going to be holding on to that angle there. It's going to be 2 enemies on the same spot. The only chance that they have is actually to run out. But as they run out, they will be seen by Jansen. So it wouldn't be easy for them to do anything at this moment in time. Outsider trying to peek in there. UMP versus M4. It looks like the M4 comes out on top just slightly. So the HP kind of similar on both of the enemies here. And another peek in that UMP is put to good use, actually. And Outsider will be forced to go for a bit of a heal. But in the meantime, though, it's going to be Jensen that knocks out someone else. But Pentalol comes in with a knockout against him. K-Mine as well, knocking out G-Tank here. So this time around, it does look like... do you even Lippre have a bit of a war, a bit of a fight left in him?
Yeah, and you don't really want to enter these buildings either, because there's only a staircase up and it's kind of narrow and tight, so Butts getting taken out there by K-Mind.
Outsider still left alive, though. This is the time for Do You Even Liftbreath to try and make a move. And this is where Do You Even Liftbreath, not only do they stay as 4, but they also decimate their opposition. I think they're going to be very, very happy with that.
That was a baller jump right there, and it actually paid off. Amazing to see those little tricks.
Lycos now are going to be on the chase, on the run rather, as Kingwin make their position known. Kingwin, of course, again, with 3 members left alive after that early confrontation with Penta in South George. It looks like they gave up on the fight. They found themselves a vehicle and they got out. Went to a very safe compound. Considering the circle, they're in a good spot. There's still plenty of teams to make their way from the south side island, though. We must say there's so many teams have made their way inside there.
Yeah, Wind and Rain right now. Still at the very, very southeast of the military island. They have to move right now, I feel like, because they're gonna have to get off either through the bridge, which might be bridge camped at this point later on, and or they could go by boat, but then they need to move fast, so they secure themselves a boat.
It looks like they have that. Looks like they have that already. So they're going to be going by the boat. Their quick maths won't be able to actually get a chance on them. And there's, of course, Team War that are still in there as well. Liquid Ollie versus Snake. Let's see what's going to be happening here. They do spot one another. It's going to be Ollie that actually gets out of his UAZ, tries to fire off some shots with the AK there. Connects one, but that's about all she wrote. Snake is going to be snaking around there with the UAZ, making a very easy escape towards Yas.
Yeah, AAA moving out as well from Milta right now, trying to get in circle. We see Kingwin versus Envious right now, spotting each other, not quite having to move out of their compounds, because they're both at really good compounds now, for this circle at least. And in the meantime, Liquid running into Havu Gaming here on the west side, I believe. They're gonna try and dodge this compound, because I do believe they started shooting. So they're going to be out of here, not wanting to engage that. Even though it's a really good compound, they're going to take another compound more north. And one of these yellow buildings.
Yeah, everything is free on the north side of Liquor right now. Even if they have a 3-seater, which is not the ideal vehicle to work with, of course, they're still going to make their way outside safely. So AAA in the meantime, talking about safe, they're safe on their push as well. They seem to have some members from War on the other side to their south.
Ooh.
But it doesn't seem to bother them. They might actually meet up here.
Yeah, I think he should stop here and try to take them out, because if he stops now, he has the advantage, and he does decide to stop.
No.
And he might
His
actually.
tire got popped.
Oh, it did.
By the way the car turned around, his
He
tire
gets a
got
knock.
popped. Ooh, but Raxi comes in. Beautiful shot against Trifeli once again. Unfortunate for him. And he actually dies close to where he died the last game as well here. His teammates won't have a chance for the res. All that they can hope for at this moment in time is that they stay alive themselves. And it looks to be the case here, AAA. I don't think they're going to get much more than some things against Stab and on his UAZ. So, well, yeah, he's still going to be alive.
Yeah, so right now I feel like they have 3 members remaining, and they have to play edge here.
Liquid, what?
Oh, they were caught off guard there.
Yeah.
Did they actually leave the vehicles, or did they get knocked out? But Hooligan is gonna punch him down here like a true hooligan.
Look at that early job. I'm not. Let's see. Does he find out? Yes, he freaking does. No, it actually never works out to do that kind of trick. It never actually works out. But that's kind of like a meme, I suppose, at this point in time, when you drop your loot early on after you get knocked out, just so that your enemy don't see it. Doesn't really work in professional gaming, but yeah, it was worth a shot nonetheless. Yeah, Liquid.
I mean, that's an interesting strategy. I mean, I guess you do it depending on who kills you, right? If it's someone who's fairly like high up in the rankings, you want to do it. But if not, you want to give them the chance of killing the other people who are, you know, in the top. So I guess you can count on that. That's some next level.
That's some next level shit, man.
Yeah.
Holy smokes.
I mean, I didn't think about it until now, but
yeah. Oh my god, the mastermind of PUBG here. Wow. Okay. All right.
Just saying.
That's very surprising. Yeah, that's actually a very good point. You want to boost your enemies, even if they killed you, if they're low on points. Yeah.
Oh, is Dick not gonna flip?
No.
That's good. FlyQuest moving on to the mountain right now as well.
Hidashia, the one that actually has the torque of an old lady's.
The dodge, yeah. In this case, he's not getting any hits on him. He took the first hit there. Oh, he's actually really close to exploding here, so he's got to be careful. He wants to leave this vehicle as fast as possible. And FlyQuest, as we said, wait, it's gonna go down.
Correct. Yeah, boy, Drake. Tempo Storm coming in with the nice frag steal there, right? Oh, okay. Someone's a bit happy.
Yeah, he's spasming here, raging at the keyboard.
Probably.
Trying to drive left, but that wheel was popped already. So, yeah.
Yeah. Next circle, central again to the previous one, and it will see most of the teams inside there as well. The ones that are not in, they're going to have a safe pass in. Most of them, actually.
Yeah, and Penta
chooses to play outside.
Yeah, they do that a lot, but they are unaware right now that FlyQuest is above them on the mountain. So if they start shooting here at Kingwin, they might potentially get backstabbed, and it's going to be really bad for them. They
did fire off a couple of shots. That gives Ultra the information that there's people to his south, so they're going to be holding on to that angle here. I'm not too sure if Penta will decide to push in. This is the battle that we started off with here. Penta coming in to finish off what he started. Let's see if Kingwin are going to have a hard time.
I think they're going to push because he's double boosting right now with full HP. So I do believe they're going to approach this compound.
That's a good point. Yeah. It does look like they're just getting ready for war here. Not too sure how they're going to be approaching it. There's a lot of trees. There's a lot of cover that they can use to get close. And of course, the houses right now where Kingwin are doesn't make it easy for them to spot off any kind of enemies to the north. Yes, Penta making a move here.
Yeah, double boosted on more than one member right now, and they spot him right now, and Kingwin spots them. Getting some free shots there. Now they can move when they have to heal. Nice knock there. Kingwin Larsen knocking out him at the same time there.
Yeah.
He's probably going to go down here. No. Kingwin Larsen has to heal.
Yeah.
So he doesn't get the kill.
Exactly. So it's just going to be up on gas here now as Ibiza has been knocked out early on. Larsen now that has the full heal, or sorry, 75% of it. He's going to be hoping on to kill Penta early on so that they can res lore. But is there a chance to do that? Penta are going to be full squad pretty soon right now. There's the possibility, of course, for a res safely so. FaZe again getting shredded somewhere else on the map there. We're going to be going to that one soon.
Bit of a tired fight.
Yeah, let's watch how this one goes first. Penta getting really close to Kingwin right now, and they're trying to put in all those screws on the coffin of Kingwin. Really just hunting them down to the map, man. Kingwin don't really have a chance at this.
Yeah, they know exactly the position of the remaining two players, and this is going to be a rough one. I can't believe that Kingwin did not spot them before they got so close. They should have had one guy watching the mountain.
So close! Frost nearly gets knocked out after trying to attempt a cheeky nade quite far away, but that gives Cincy some time to move in closer to the compound area. He's being heard by Gaxi, so Gaxi's going to be covering this one up, going upstairs with his teammate there, trying his best to stay alive at that one. Let's see if this one pans out. Good for Penta, though, as they do come in here.
Might be good,
Gaxi
actually.
comes in with a knock, though.
I think this one is good. Oh,
no, it's actually...
he went down the stairs.
Yeah. Not going to be hitting them there. So now it's going to be a 2v3 situation here. Somewhere else in the map, there's plenty of fighting going on, but we're focusing on this one right now. Let's see how it ends. It looks like James is going to be up still for his team. Frost is going to be rest somewhere in the backside there. Simsy, though, close to the compound as well, is going to be helping out James. And Gaxi, he doesn't really have a choice but to go aggressive, try and peek into the windows there. Penta really closing in to the rest of Kingwin.
Yeah, they could do some cheeky move here by jumping out the windows at the same time and trying to get a flank on one of the Penta players, because if they just stand up here, they'll get surrounded in no time, and all the angles and windows are covered right now, except for the back ones.
Nades.
Smoke's coming up.
That perfect nade from James actually didn't connect. It was perfectly cooked. He goes in for a second one as well. Gaxi will hide into the bathroom there. Going to be staying alive there. Larson still doing good. But look at Penta, the little goblins that they are. Look at the way they're kind of covering around that compound. They're not letting go for 1 second here. They want to see this one finalized.
Molotov coming in as well, forcing him out of that room into the main.
That makes it good for nades. Molotov.
Yeah, but do they have any left? They've thrown a lot already. I don't think they have any left, or they would have used it by now.
But think about the strat, though. Molotov, you're going to close off one of the rooms, and then you're going to nade the other ones.
Yeah, but where's the nade? It's not coming. I don't think they have any remaining.
Left.
But it would have been a good play, for sure.
For the future, perhaps.
I feel like right now Kingwin is just trying to play for placement. They didn't want to try and kill Penta right now. They're just trying to survive for as long as possible, get those points for the team. But Penta, they smell blood right now, and they want those 2 kills so that they can move on to the next compound. Because they can't stay here forever.
True. I don't know what they smell, but it doesn't smell good for Kingwin right now.
No.
Larson holding on. Angle on the stairs. Very, very good frag against Simsy. That's going to be a frag indeed. If it's possible. No, it's not. Ooh, teammate comes in there and will be able to make sure that his zone actually goes away. But that's going to be the end of Kingwin. Ultra and James go for the closers. And what aggressors they are.
Yeah, I'm not sure about jumping down there. I mean, you are pretty dead regardless, but I feel like they might leave you alone if you just hold the stairs with an angle. It's very hard to approach that.
Yeah, the jumping down was a bit of a panic moment, I suppose. Somewhere else there, Triple A. We missed a few fights. We are aware of it, but we had to kind of follow the story of Penta versus Kingwin there, the closer, as we started off the map as well. But yeah, let's see what's going on here. Okay, taking shots at... What was that? I cannot really see.
That's more of
Okay.
Yeah, Liquid's finishing them off, though, I believe. Yeah, taking the last hit there.
Lol.
And getting that kill still. Well played.
Oh, it's TS. Step Reserves. Maluk. I'm not too sure if there's any other people left from their squad there. In the meantime, though, FlyQuest come in close to Envious. FlyQuest is going to have to battle for this position. It's a very, very good spot to be in right now, considering the circle, but they're really going to have to know how to breach in. Envious are not going to give this one for free.
Yeah. FlyQuest has to... Oh, they get a nade. So now is the time to approach. They're 3 versus 3, but their members are spread out. So right now it's a advantage point to FlyQuest, I believe. And one of the enemy's members is getting taken out as well. So it's a 2 versus 3, and he's getting stormed right now. He's getting breached, and they have to trade members here. They cannot go in before the other team members are with them. And right now they're gonna get this trade here, I think. Yeah, 1 for 1, and the rest coming up right now.
There we go. The risk out in for some thing. In the meantime, though, it's going to be Comet that peeks into the angle there. Jesse Law trying to go in for Venerator to pick him up as well. He will have a chance to do that. He will have a chance to do that indeed. Blue, in the meantime, though, just makes it in the last second there as the fight with Envious kind of closes in. Envious not a lot of chances at this moment in time. I don't think they're going to make it out alive.
Yeah, they're going to have to share this compound and hope that another team approaches FlyQuest's building if they want to make it out of here.
True.
In the meantime, we see that AAA has a really good compound right now with only one set of buildings next to them. And it's not close enough to engage. There are no trees. They can't really get to each other. So they're kind of safe from them right now, as long as they don't show themselves in the windows. So Ronin Esports is going to be chilling there at the same time. Yeah,
they're going to have to make friends for the moment, I suppose. And why shouldn't they? They can set up actually crossfires with one another and hope for the best. Nookie here, kind of caught off guard. They're going to be gate-kept by Microstar of Team Hooligans as they'll try to make their way inside here. I'm not too sure they're going to have an easy time going in there. Quick maps. Oof. That'll really favor their chance. But look at the way they're going. Actually, they're approaching this angle from a different perspective than X-White, and they will make it in. Havu, though?
Yeah, versus do you even lift, bro?
Let's see who lifts here.
Havu's going to play the circle game here, just chilling by the edge at all times and just moving along with it. But do you even lift, bro? Decides to move a bit further in.
They heard them.
They heard them?
They heard them come in because Havu drove in.
Oh. Yeah, you're right. They're turning around.
There you go.
But Havu does not know where they are, though. So
Bluest was on the flank.
I believe Havu spotted him right there. Loki.
No, they haven't.
Jorski.
Nope.
Oh,
Jorski can't see a thing. Now they hear him fire off some shots there. Bluest was won't have an easy time, but Teflon comes in to help him out as well. Jorski's going to be holding off that angle there. In the meantime, his teammates want to make sure that they're not getting side flagged from any other perspective. And there you go. Jorski spots one of his enemies there. Blue Westos will have a harder time peeking by, but an A will come in from Teflon. Nothing connecting so far here. Jorski is still holding on to the same flank there, and he's got good cover from both of the sides, but as he peeks through, will he find his enemy? Shot comes in with Car 98, misses. He's going to be going out again for it, and this time he connects. Blue Estos, knocked out. Teflon has a chance to go in from the back ridge there, but in the meantime, his teammate actually gets dinked down as well. K-Mine gets dinked down as well, and that's going to be a knockout. Easy life for Havu. It's just going to be Teflon left alive, and he's going for the res.
Havu is just demolishing them right now in a 3v4 situation, not losing a single player.
Jorski knows exactly what is up. He knows that Blue Estos is going to be rezzed in, and he's going in for the kill. And he's got a chance to do it as his enemy is actually first aiding right now. But Jorski needs to be careful. His enemy is quite snecking around. He goes in for the fire on the farther one, but the closest one knocks him out. And will be going for the kill at that as well. Havu's still alive with two members here. They're going to try their best in this 2v2 scenario to keep themselves in it. But the next circle, nowhere near them.
Yeah,
Holy
but they
smokes.
do have to focus on this fight right now. But we see AAA having some troubles here, having one player knocked out. They're playing pit right now, and they're very, very close. Or not that grenade getting close, but they're a bit behind the cover there. Gambino gets the rest there. Tomai is going to have to heal, though, and another grenade comes in, and that might be good.
Let's see. Nope.
No, I was way too far.
Way far behind. But look at this Pride. This push from Pride does not provide. And Monkey's going to be going in aggressive himself, but he's going to get knocked out as well. So here comes Shiv trying to do his best at it. K steps in the
Rambo.
Rambo mode. He triply finished this one through. What did he do in there? What was that from K?
I think one of the wheels of that buggy was taken out as well, so it was a bit hard to control. But
I think one of the wheels in his brain got taken out.
Most likely, but it wasn't. It was a worthy attempt, at least.
Yeah.
Saving his teammates with
Look
style.
at this. Exactly what you said. FlyQuest actually made some new friends. Another squad coming into Envious, but it's not really to Envious's help. It's just going to be Jesse Law left alive. Valiati moving in. And it looks like they're moving in towards him. Tempo Storm trying to make something happen here. But they got to be careful both sides.
Tempo Storm having only 3 players remaining. Envious with the 1, I believe. Yeah, only 1 in the yellow house. Jesse Lol. And then there's another team in between them. So there are actually 4 different teams at this compound right now, just sharing rooms and houses with each other. In the meantime, Liquid Haze is on the ground here. But Blank coming hard in this compound. Right now is the guns blazing and everyone is dropping. The AK is really powerful in this situation. Close quarter sprays deals a lot of damage. So quick math.
That's a lot of teams in here, man.
Yeah.
Blank, Liquid, and Quick Maths. Quick Maths seem to have the upper hand in this scenario here, but Alex, look at the way he is just barely on the side of the blue.
That's a nice little spot, actually.
Actually, it's not Quick Maths that have the upper hand. It doesn't look like they're in a very, very good spot here. Blank have a very, very good chance to take this one home.
Yeah, Liquid gets eliminated there from the hill. So they are out, I believe. Yeah.
And Phaser's heading straight into Penta. Penta, the aggressors earlier on for Team Penguin. This time they're going to be, they might be breached in by FaZe if you look at the north side of the circle there. In the meantime, though, the not-so-friendly neighbors are firing off one against each other. And who was that? Slightmer is actually that knocked out Samty. They need to be careful left, right, and center. Pretty much all the squads are there.
Yeah, not all of the buildings are in at Gatka right now, so they actually have to relocate. Having one member getting taken out by the last envious player. It's weird that he would rush in like that without his teammates.
He had no idea that there was someone actually in that compound there. Jesse played this one to perfection. He played this one quite quietly. So that grants him a bit of an advantage. Simsy, though, goes in aggressive. Finds a frag, but then goes back as his HP is far from perfect. Meteor might just get a res in the meantime, though. It's going to be Haxetti that tries to hold on to the north angle there. That need might connect just beautifully so.
It's a smoke, I believe.
Oh, it's just behind.
It's a smoke.
Oh, well, thank you. Thank you, Simsy, is what Meteor says.
Yeah, so I'm a bit surprised he decided to throw that smoke before he healed.
Oh!
Perfect grenade there.
Jemty, you little legend, you. Knocks out Simsy, and Penta's going to be coming in to try and help him out there. They will get the res as well, unless Jemty has something to say about that. It does look like they're going to be moving in. Of course, FaZe have one member down as well, so they're going for the res as well.
Yeah, FaZe don't really want to move up that hill right now because they are in the circle. They are quite good, and we see AAA coming in. Challenging FlyQuest right now, forcing them to fight on two fronts here.
So many teams in Gacha, it's not even
But wait.
funny.
AAA is actually spreading out a lot right now, playing 1-1-1 instead of sticking together for some reason. Let's see if this works out for them. One guy, Monkey, coming up now with...
He's okay.
Is he going to get taken out? No, he's not. He's fine.
Rax is going to be helping him out as well there. And it does look like FlyQuest, I'm not too sure this is what they've bargained for. If they would have known how many teams would come in close to them there, they wouldn't have gone that deep. Raxy, though, takes in so much damage, he's going to have to use a first aid kit right here downstairs.
Healing on the bottom floor, that's pretty ballsy. Of the FlyQuest building, and he's gonna go in. I feel like if this grenade hits from AA Monkey, this might be really good for them.
Tempo Storm doing good there with one frag as well. It's gonna be FlyQuest that still have to hold on to the side angle. There's one member that's not in the same compound as the other. Snaker 69 will have to go for a slight boost, and then Slightmares will be out of the match. FlyQuest are quite happy with how this develops, but they still have to watch out for AAA as they're quite close to them as well.
Yeah, right now we see Penta having some showdown here versus FaZe, and Jemty again with the knockout and kill double.
And Haxetti actually stepping in towards Ultra. He's going to be finding the frag as well, and that's it. FaZe will stop the dominance of Penta throughout this second match, and they're going to be coming out on top. But they've got 48 seconds to decide what they're going to do. And the next circle is not a friendly one. They're going to have to pass in through an open area there, and it's going to be one that might see them get dinged down if FlyQuest get an upper hand. But FlyQuest right now are actually busy fighting off two different squads.
Where did Monkey go from AAA here? He's just
Jesse's
disappeared.
still alive.
Oh, he just went north to the middle here, and they still have one member spread out everywhere.
Yeah.
One guy hugging in circle, a Shiv in position for the next circle, and the other two are just fighting at the compound. I'm not sure exactly, but this is a very unorthodox strategy, spreading out 1-1-1-1.
True. It's not something that you see every day. They're actually holding on to the FlyQuest angle there. Monkey's going to be knocked out himself by FlyQuest. So that's not a good moment for AAA as they do decide to make their way out. FlyQuest here are going to be meeting Araxi pretty soon. Oh, actually, it's going to be him inside the house, but they're going for vehicles themselves. Hetro tries to make a way out, but he can't. Araxi comes in with the frag there, but the circle is strangling it on him here, so Comet will have to go in for the frag if he wants his team to stay alive. There she goes. It's going to be Comet that actually is going to be quite careful into this one there. Slightmares in the meantime still alive from his own team, but FlyQuest, as they try to make their way, and look at the damage that's being dealt by the blue, it's just going to be Comet left alive, and he has to go for the heal. I don't think he's got a lot of chances.
That? I don't know if he's going to make that. Yeah, he does barely make it.
It's FaZe versus AAA right now.
Right now, yes, and they have spread out, so spreading out is actually quite decent in this snaking terrain, right? You can always just take cover by snaking, and you don't need to stick together. Just trying to get some flanks.
Oh, what? Shiv comes in with the final kill, and it's going to be AAA for game number 2. FaZe making it on the second place. Of course, we got Slightmares from Team Hooligans making it on the third, FlyQuest 4th, and Envious 5th. What an anticlimactic finish for an otherwise
yeah, that was really fast,
amazing game.
Yeah, we talked about it, and we said that AA did not actually get quite that good placement last game.
Yeah.
So they were looking to make up for it, and they did.
Yeah.
They got a first place, and I believe it was 12 kills or something. Yeah.
It was pretty good out of them.
So yeah, quite a lot of kills, and they did spread out a lot. So
exactly.
I was a bit skeptic, but it worked out for them.
I want to touch on that as well. You've played competitive matchmaking, not matchmaking rather, but competitive games.
Mm-hmm.
Splitting up is a surefire way for most of the teams to actually not close games out and to die out early,
Mm-hmm.
especially considering late circles.
Yeah.
Why did this work for AAA?
I do believe it was because of the terrain where they could actually hide in the grass until they absolutely needed to stand up and shoot people.
Yeah.
We saw Monkey getting knocked out, and because they spread out so much, he could not get rest at all. Like, there was no possibility of it. So there's risk to it, and there's always rewards for it as well. So we don't see a lot of teams do it, but they've been proving themselves a lot recently in tournaments and stuff. So maybe this becomes the new meta in those situations.
Maybe. Well, they got a bit lucky as well, considering that no one actually came in from their east.
Mm-hmm.
So there's that to be considered.
Maybe that's why they did it. Maybe they knew that they checked the circle and then, oh, no one is coming from there in the blue zone.
So
and
we
then
can
they just
split up a little bit.
Split up. Maybe that's their thought process.
That's smart. Now, let's see what are the highlights for this match, for the second one. First clip is going to be with, of course, Do You Even Lift Bruh versus their enemies. Their enemies didn't come out on top really, 3 butts. Well, he was left with
the heroic jump here where he actually gets the kill. It's not often you can get a kill there if the other opponent notices you in the air, because it takes a while after you land before you can aim properly. So it was really impressive there.
Yeah, true. That was a pretty good shot. And this time around, it's going to be Do You Even Lift Bread that actually left Pachinki safely. So after the first match, they got absolutely wrecked.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see the next match if they decide to both go there again or if some team is going to bail out, you know.
True. We'll have to see that one. Let's have a look in the meantime at the second highlight. Let's see what this one is all about. It is indeed Kingwin versus Penta, and this is going to be the closer. Kingwin chased down to bits. Okay, some issues with the clip. We'll have a look at it in a few seconds. But let's just put it out there. Penta, why were they going so aggressive against Kingwin? And what surprised me is that they actually went for the compound when they were on the outside, that they decided, actually, we heard people on the south side, and we will take this fight.
Yeah, they were all double boosting up to make sure they don't have to heal quite as much in the fight.
Yep.
The weird thing to me was that Kingwin actually didn't notice them until they were so close. They should have had some eyes on north there for sure.
Yeah.
But maybe the yellow house is a bit awkward with the planks and whatnot in that room. So unfortunate for them, but it's the way the cookie crumbles.
That's a good point. They should have, even if there were 3 members left, they should have kind of split out their eyes onto the north. It's to be said, though, that they didn't expect actually someone to come into their compound because they were firing. So normally in competitive PUBG, when you're firing out of a compound, teams usually avoid that one. So perhaps Kingwin thought that they're safe, but Penta needing those extra points, they went in for those extra kills as well.
Yeah, beautifully executed there, I would say.
Absolutely. Not too sure. Do we have another highlight? Let's have a look-see and see. Nope. The highlight is us. Okay. How's about that? It's not a great highlight. It's a bit scuffed. But this is what you get. You can't get nice things. All right. Let's have a look at AAA here.
Yes, this was quite an interesting situation here. This nade not quite connecting. But this nade actually prevents him from resting and enables him to rest his own teammates. So it was actually a stalling grenade, which worked out. And it turned out really, really, really good for the team.
Yeah, true. So there you go. Those were the highlights for this matchup here today. It was jam-packed with action. And even if the closer wasn't as surprising with the final kills in the open field of Gatka, throughout the match we saw a lot of great action. I know we missed some great action as well, but it's kind of the nature of the beast in PUBG. When you watch a battle with 100 or how many ever tens of people playing somewhere else, there's always bound to be something happening somewhere else. So if we missed one of your favorite teams, we do apologize. It is what it is. It is PUBG, so we have to stick with the stories. And we'll have plenty more stories, right?
Yep, coming up after the break.
Yes, indeed.
So don't go everywhere. Anyway.
Don't go everywhere. Yes.